Welcome to Hidden Battles, Destigmatizing Mental Illness, a weekly podcast where passionate advocates of mental health converge to illuminate unseen struggles faced by millions. Join Jeremy, Terrell, and Lorraine as they delve into candid conversations about stigmas, cultural risk, values, intersectionality, and mental health. Hear from mental health professionals and those diagnosed with a mental illness. Together, they put on the table the things people think about but are afraid to talk about. Get ready to embark on an insightful journey.
Meghann Lawrence is a founder and owner of Emerald Healing Arts and Apothecary, a holistic wellness collective based in Lincoln, Nebraska, with over 25 years of experience in massage therapy and bodywork. Meghann has built her career around helping people heal through integrative, client-centered care. We want to welcome you to Hidden Battles Podcast, DMI, that's Destigmatizing Mental Illness. And I want to introduce our other host here, which is Terrell Newby. You've seen him on other Hidden Battles podcasts.
It's good to be here. Good to have you here, Meghann. And our other host, Jeremy Lukenbill, isn't here today.
Hey, Jeremy.
And so, hey, Jeremy, how you doing? So welcome. You have an interesting backstory. You have an interesting product. Just want to let everyone know that we've been using this product. This magnesium gel is phenomenal. I mean, I don't need Advil. I just use her gel when I go play tennis. So she has great product. So I'm sure we'll talk more about it. But welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Okay, we're going to get into our first question here, Meghann.
Okay.
What drew you to healing arts, and how did your journey begin? If you can tell us about yourself.
Yeah, so actually I was going to Western Washington University when I was in college, and I was in a really terrible car accident, and I broke my sternum and fractured 3 vertebrae. Mm-hmm. So that was really impactful. I was young, I was 18. And so because of that, I ended up going to massage school, and that was a great experience for me. And I did that partially because my chiropractic and massage therapy helped me so much with my injury. And at that time, I wasn't around very many natural things, right? Mm-hmm. My doctor was just prescribing me medication, and there was one point where I was like, I can't take this anymore. I'm in college, and I had a concussion that was really bad, so my memory was already really terrible from that. And so I went to massage school, and then I had this very interesting experience, which we can talk about another time, mm-hmm. but it's very interesting. And after that experience, I ended up putting my room for rent that I was renting while I was in massage school, and I'd graduated at this point, and I moved to Sedona, Arizona 2 weeks later. And in Sedona, I got a job at the Enchantment Resort, and they were building the Miyamo Spa. And so I was one of the first massage therapists at the Miyamo Spa. Mm-hmm. And that experience for me really changed the whole path of my career. I had the opportunity to work around so many talented massage therapists and learn from them, and just natural things that I had never heard of before, and immerse myself in that. So I was fortunate that I took the chance and the opportunity to do that. And then I met my husband, and we moved to California, and I worked at the Meadowood Resort and Spa for a little bit. And then we moved to Seattle, and I got a job in Seattle, and I ended up becoming a partner there. And I was a partner at a multi-location spa and product company for about 16 and a half years. Sold my portion of it, and we moved to Nebraska. And while I was a partner at the spas in Washington, I did some massage, but I didn't do a ton of massage. I was the chair of the Washington State Massage Board, so I had the opportunity to be in kind of a more governmental role in that, just a little bit. And so I did massage to fill in periodically, but I ran the business mostly. So when we moved to Nebraska, and keep in mind, I've lived in chronic pain this entire time, and so I found magnesium at one point and moved to Nebraska, started doing more massage, and just kind of remembered how much chronic and acute pain people are in. And the magnesium that I was purchasing, I couldn't purchase it in the gel anymore. It was mainly oil, and I didn't like that as much. So I thought I'm just going to make my own. And so I started making a magnesium gel and then the magnesium and arnica gel, which this is the one. They're both great. This one, 15 minutes, you're going to forget that you ever hurt. So this is the one. But working in massage and people with pain, I started making it for them, and it just started growing. I would say within the first 3 to 4 months of me doing massage in Lincoln, I was booked out solid for like the next 6 months. And I changed locations. I went to this great space in Havelock called Milkweed, and there my clientele, I was booked out a year in advance. Like people literally were shoveling snow, like on snowy days. Like they did not cancel their massages. They were like, we know we can't get back in. So, and then I had another unfortunate incident. I fell down our stairs and I severely broke my arm. And I had radial palsy, and so my hand was paralyzed for about 10 months.
Oh, my goodness.
So that's not great for a massage therapist.
In the midst of being a massage therapist.
Yes, yeah. And literally clients were calling saying, like, can you massage with one hand? And I was like, no, I cannot massage with one hand. So during that time, there were so many ideas that I had, but I was so busy doing massage that I literally had no time to like do the other things. And so this gave me a break that wasn't necessarily wanted, but I was able to grow my line from there. So that's kind of how I got into the
wellness.
Health and wellness
Exactly.
community was just through my experience of being in pain, going to massage school, working on clients, and the products have come from clients' needs or moving to Nebraska from Seattle. The weather is so different, obviously, that my husband, his hands were so dry. I mean, so I started researching different things, and then I came up with our tallow lotion line, and then each product just kind of comes from that, from something that someone has asked me for. Most recently, I had a dentist ask me to make a natural mouthwash for them, for people that have ulcerated mouths that are really sensitive. So that's the next big project.
So how many different products do you actually have?
I think I have, gosh, at this point, I probably have 43 different SKUs, so 43 different products.
Wow. So what makes Meghann's products so unique than what's actually out there that people think is actually going to do the job for them? I mean, what makes your product more special?
That's a great question, because that is the heart of my line. So you can see things that are advertised or put out on social media, and I watch those things and I'm like, oh, okay. Mine, I take a lot of time to source my ingredients. So I'm using all natural, organic ingredients when possible. All my preservatives are plant-based. But it's more than that. It's looking at the systems, right? So it's looking at what our skin needs in the skin barrier and how do different oils help that. So this lotion specifically. So tallow is the most similar oil to the natural oils of our skin. So what that means is it's bioavailable. Bioavailable means our body can absorb it, right? So now we're getting all of those vitamins that are in tallow and we're absorbing it. But we need more than that. So neem is excellent for atopical dermatitis. So eczema, psoriasis, rashes. Neem heals that, but neem smells terrible, right? So you have to really work with that. Like putting straight neem on is a turnoff for people. They don't want to do that no matter how healing it is. And then I use baobab. Baobab, my friend from Ghana, he taught me about it. I like to say that baobab has the alphabet of vitamins in it. It has 2 different types of vitamin E. It's also incredibly sustainable. So that is great. So that's very nourishing for the skin. And then I use colloidal oatmeal. Colloidal oatmeal is going to soothe the skin. So while the other ones are healing it and repairing our skin and our skin barrier, the colloidal oatmeal is going to heal the skin. And then there's vitamin E and aloe in it. So I think that that's the difference with my products, is that it's the thought of what is this product doing for my clients, right? It's not just to make our skin smell good and look good for a moment. Like it's meant to work, right?
It smells delicious.
It smells good. I mean,
I have probably use this for aftershave. Huh?
You could. And, but it has to do more than that, right?
Right,
Like it has to work.
Mm-hmm.
And so that is what the products do. You could ask me about any of them and there's a formulation to it. So
No,
Is there-
you mentioned acne. It's really good for acne.
tallow can be good for acne. I mean, it depends on why we have acne. So there's different reasons. So when you're developing products, and I'm not a scientist, but I study a lot and I read a lot, and you have to figure out why our body is doing the things that it's doing. So are we getting acne because there's something going on in our gut? Are we getting acne because it's hormonal? Where is our acne showing up? Does that acne have to do with something else?
Yeah.
And a lot of times it's hormonal, but yes, you can use this. Absolutely. I am going to be working on a full skincare line that is natural, but the name practicality kind of says it all. I wanted something practical. I want something that the clients, they get and they use and they have a noticeable difference in how their body looks, how their body feels. The magnesium and arnica, my number one seller. I did an event last summer and 2 people came up. They were in pain. When people are in pain, they're grumpy, they're stressed, they don't feel good, right? Like that's a part of it. And I said, this will work in 15 minutes. And as soon as those words came out of my mouth, I was like, Meghann, why in the world would you put a time frame on it? And they said, well, it doesn't work in 15 minutes. We're going to come back. And in my brain, I thought, I am absolutely sure that you will. And I never saw them again. They did not come back.
Okay.
I had a little chair where I was at. I had them sit down. I put it on for them, showed them how to use it. It's that good.
So it
but
worked.
it's knowing how to formulate. It's knowing what percentages you can use safely, what you can push, how you do it. Like it has to deliver. And so that for me is what sets me apart.
Have you researched how your products help people with anxiety, depression, in terms of mental wellness? What aspect of the ingredients, since I'm assuming that these are all natural herbs that you're using, kind of play to that, help people that are dealing with these type of illnesses?
Yeah, that's a great question because I firmly believe in science. Even though my products are plant-based and natural, I firmly believe in science and medication and that we have to do the things that we need to do to make us feel better. But there are things that we can do when we're in that moment of our stress or having the anxiety or we're having our inner dialogue in our head that isn't being kind to us. The best ones are magnesium and the magnesium flakes. So I brought the magnesium flakes as well. This works specifically as a muscle relaxer, but what it does is it helps relax us. Right? So it's working to calm our anxiety by relaxing us. So you take a muscle relaxer pill, you're relaxed and you feel better. This is a natural version.
Let's see. So this is something you put in your bath
Yep.
water? Okay, you want to take a bath with it.
Yeah. And magnesium is really popular right now. Most people get theirs from the Dead Sea, which is fine. But the Dead Sea magnesium is only 47% magnesium, and the other 53% are just different inert minerals. I source mine from Japan. It's 99.9% magnesium. It is so pure, it's food grade.
Oh my goodness.
Right now, I've been doing the research, and I don't know if there is another country or another company in the country that's selling this. So for mental health or anxiety or stress, this is the thing that you say, I'm having my moment, and I just need to take a step back and make a bath and soak. It calms you.
Okay. And how much should someone use? It's on here.
Yep, 1 cup.
So, okay, 1.5, maybe 2 cups of magnesium flakes in a warm bath water.
And normally when you take a bath, people tell you not to take a super hot bath for your lymphatic system. This is opposite for magnesium. I make my bath water as hot as humanly possible because I want those pores to open up. Because what happens when you use products on your skin, and that's called transdermally. So when we use something on our skin, it penetrates, right? So it's getting into our system. So anything that we're putting onto our body, and it could be, if we're thinking about it, like just to give a reference point, like nicotine patches, right? So people put nicotine patches on to help them stop smoking. It's a transdermal application. So when you're putting something into your system like this, you want those pores open, you want all the hair follicles. And so when you take a nice hot bath in the magnesium, it penetrates better. This quality of sleep that you're going to get. In fact, I came with a friend, I gave her a massage this morning, and she was like, Meghann, you look different this morning. I'm like, yeah, because I took a bath last night. My husband thought I fell asleep in there because I was in there for so long. I had the best night of sleep ever. It helps with my inflammation.
Yeah, I can see the glow.
Thank you.
So Meghann, if you don't mind, I'm going to play a little devil's advocate because you know there are people out there that go, what the heck?
Yeah.
I mean, so you're not a scientist.
No.
You're a great researcher. You've got a great following. You've built a fabulous business. You've got over 40 some odd products. So what do you say to the skeptics out there who say, well, she's not a scientist. I can't go with that because she's just playing around with different herbs and she doesn't really know what she's doing because I can't believe it's getting the results she claims it's getting. What would you say to those skeptics?
So that's an awesome question. I love that and I'm ready for it. So what did our great grandmothers use? Right?
Herbs,
So let's go back. Let's really look at what our ancestors used, what indigenous people used. Some of my products I learned from my friend Nana, that he was an ethnobotanist from Ghana. What did people use for centuries and millennia to heal cuts and scratches and infections or whatever, plant-based things. So that information has been passed down to us for years and years and years. Sometimes, somewhere, we stop passing that information down. So there was one evening that I was sitting at my mom's house and she had a book from my great grandma and it was all natural remedies. This just book. And we stayed up the entire night reading the book, literally to each other. We passed it back and forth. Some things were hilarious and we were laughing, but it's that spoken word of this has always been used. And now we have the opportunity to see how science proves that. Now, when we're moving into more natural things, it's not big pharma. So it's not getting as much research as maybe other things that are going to be skyrocketed in price, right? But the research is there. And I also do my research, right? And I look at it analytically. Soursop is a great example of, does it work or does it not work? People say that soursop can help cure people of cancer. Soursop also, if you use it too much, can give you Parkinson-like effects from taking too much soursop. So I talked to a friend, I was telling her that, and then she's always the devil's advocate too, and she said, well, who told you that? And I said, well, I researched it, and I went on to the National Library of Medication, and this is what they said soursop shows. She said, but if it's really could possibly be a cure for cancer, do you think that maybe they don't want us to use it? And I said, okay, that's fair. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to research Peru. Okay. So I went and I took it further down and I said, how many cases of Parkinson's do they have in Peru? Are there more people that have Parkinson's or symptoms of Parkinson's? And it is higher there. So it's there, the research is there. You don't necessarily have to go to school to learn it. You just have to want to know it.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, that's a great answer.
Yeah.
To the skeptics out there. Now, can you explain what is apothecary?
Yes, what's an apothecary?
That's a challenging word.
And then
especially for an email.
Yeah, it is.
I know. Some genius me decided to put it in my email, my website, everything.
That's cool.
Title,
That's
the name
cool.
of your
Though.
business.
Yeah.
that makes
I'm just
sense.
doing a favor for the world to teach you how to spell
Exactly.
apothecary.
Exactly. Educating us all.
Yeah. So apothecary is a place where you go and you buy your natural remedies, whether it's herbs or salves for the skin. I guess this is what it is in my mind of how I picture an apothecary. It's where you go and there's someone there and you say, I've got this going on. What do you have for me? And that is what I have. I had people that I had met just this week. They came in, they had questions about herbs. They said, here are symptoms, how can you help me? And now I'm not giving medical advice. I'm not prescribing or treating. That's way out of my scope. But I said, here are the things that these things are known for. They literally set up an appointment for me yesterday and said, we will be there at 3:00. And I sat with them for an hour and a half and we went through everything. So an apothecary to me is where you go get your drugstore things that are natural, that are going to help you, where you can go in and talk to someone and say, hey, I have migraines. Do you have anything for that? And then I can say, I have feverfew. Feverfew is great for migraines. Here are the ways that you can use it. And then my job is to educate people. And to me, that's the most important thing about my product line, is that if people understand how to use it, why to use it, and what it's good for, that's what my job is.
So apothecary is basically a space, say pharmacy, but it's for natural remedies.
Natural.
Yeah.
So do you think that this concept that you have, which isn't unique, and yet still the way that you're branding it and the way you're putting it together is really the best way for people to consider alternative medicines in that sense? Am I saying it the right way, medicines? Mm-hmm. Or remedies?
Remedies, yeah. I would say that this niche, like this part, is very popular right now, and I'm definitely not the only one that does it. I think I'm definitely the only one that takes the time and consideration in the ingredients and how much of those ingredients can we use, where we're sourcing our ingredients, our country of origin, what the purity is. You can go buy a bag of magnesium anywhere, and I can tell you the percentage of the amount of magnesium in there, right? Like, it doesn't matter. You can point to a company and I can tell you immediately, that obscure company I've never heard of, what their percentage of magnesium is, because I put the research into it. So I don't love being in front of the camera. So that is one of my things that isn't great for my business. I know that because I'm good at talking about the products and educating, and it's a passion of mine, I could talk to people for hours about it. But then that camera turns on and I'm like, hello, I am Meghann Lawrence and I sell this product.
You're doing
Keep selling.
great.
So Meghann, okay, so what I hear you saying is, can you explain to the audience why you, in a nutshell, the reason why you put this product together and how you have personally benefited from all the research and how that continues to inspire you to do this kind of research for this product? Because you've experienced your own experiments.
Mm-hmm. I mean, for me, every product has a person or a purpose behind it. So any product that I have has been formulated for someone within my orbit, right? Whether I know them and they or I don't know them and they reach out to me. So the name's practicality, because it's practical and it's useful and there's a purpose for it. So I don't have anything that just smells good.
Right.
It has a reason. It may smell good, but it does something.
It does
for
something.
It has a purpose.
It has a purpose. And maybe the purpose is that spa smell, it's relaxing. That smell of it takes a lot of people to a certain place. Walking into that spa and they have that relaxation. Right. People smell it and they're like, I literally feel like I'm in a spa right now. And I'm like, I know. I've worked in them my entire adult life. This is what they smell like.
We know you have these great products that are making a difference in people's lives. Can you talk about the other services that you offer at Emerald Healing?
Yeah. So I do massage. I've been a massage therapist since 1999. I research. So I have had the opportunity in my massage career to travel. So I spent 2 weeks in Hawaii studying Lomi Lomi, which is a traditional Hawaiian massage it was actually a Buddhist monastery while I was there. That was hard. We weren't allowed to talk very much. And then when I moved to Sedona, I took a 450-hour 5-element shiatsu class, which is a long class. Yeah. Then I moved to California and I took a Thai massage class and I fell in love with that. And so I spent 4 weeks in Thailand doing an immersive class in Thai massage. So my massage is backed with a lot of different modalities. But it's also just intuitively like feeling my client and feeling their skin and knowing where they're at. I just started doing intraoral massage for tight jaws, so TMJ issues. And when our jaws are really tight, that holds a lot of emotion. And there's things that people say that can trigger a thought in my head. So when you don't say the words that you want to say, you're talking to someone, they've made you upset. What do? You clench your mouth, right?
Yeah.
You have
Yep.
Yeah.
you have the things you want to say, but you know you shouldn't say.
Yeah.
Well, that emotion gets stuck in there, right? So since I've been doing this intraoral work, I've had several clients, even if it's just 5 minutes of the work, break down and cry. So it really releases things. And then it goes all the way through our body. So we have,
So is that external massage or is it internal?
internal and external.
And external.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah. So
interesting.
helps with that pain, which a lot of people have TMJD issues or just tight muscles of the face and neck. But releasing it, even getting in for a half hour massage.
So as we get close to wrapping up, I just wanted you to maybe embellish this concept that you have in terms of people really changing their mindset when it comes to wellness in general. Because, you know, there are a lot of different shops. They aren't like yours.
Thank you.
And people go, yeah. And I don't think they really understand the true essence behind the your philosophy and rationale for doing this. And I guess a lot of it is just educating people. But can you kind of embellish that a little bit?
I think that with anything in life, we have to use it regularly, right? So if I'm wanting whatever it is, I've got these sore muscles and I know that I do this activity, I play tennis or I play golf or whatever, and I know that my arm is always hurting. Like using this regularly is going to help it. So I think that sometimes it's looking outside of the box and saying, what are other things out there that I can easily, and that's the important thing, because sometimes when we try to do too much, it gets overwhelming.
Right.
But what can I easily put into my routine? Is it taking this tincture of wild lettuce that can help with pain? Wild lettuce is a pain reliever. Is it doing this one thing, right? Like, I think that for people that don't believe in it, it's trying, I would say try this one.
Right.
This is the one that I know you're going to get a benefit from and that you're going to feel it immediately. So if I can get them to try this one, then they're going to come back and try the other ones because they know that this one works so well. So what else have I done?
Right. And there's nothing in this product here that would cause anyone who's on any kind of medications or whatever
Correct.
to have any issues.
That's correct.
And to your point, I really question whether or not at the level of my soreness that your product could actually work with me not having to use some of these over-the-counter products that are supposed to relieve pain. And I got to tell you, the more I used it, the pain went away more, it subsided more, and then I continued to use it. And so I no longer had to take the over-the-counter pain relievers that I became accustomed to doing, and I was good with it. Yet this is all natural, and it actually did the job better in the sense that, for me, my experience was the deep tissue effect of that carried over into my exercise routine. I still used it for fear that it might come back, like over the counter. And it actually didn't. So it's almost like, it's healthy for you, use it, even if you're not exercising. I don't know how long it stays in the system, but it's now part of a lifestyle for me when it comes to physical activity, because the older you get, the sore you get, the longer it lasts, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So to your point, it's about maybe trying one, seeing how it impacts, and then exploring the other products.
Yeah. And for me, I'm not someone that wants to sell you everything, right? Like, terrible business move on my end. I know that. It's just making little switches because, yes, the grocery store is so easy to pick up Bengay. Our grocery store is so easy to pick up Gold Bond, right? So it's the little switches to say, okay, I'm buying this product. I know it works. I'm going to put that in. And then what else? Because in reality, I do want to be the apothecary pharmacy. I want you to be able to come and get your things from me.
And I just want to contest to the products also. I personally used the tallow lotion, and I love it, and it really works. This, my husband got me for a birthday present, and And it's the best present that he's given me because it works. It worked. So could you let the audience know how to find you, Meghann, and how to reach out? You know, because I know there's a lot of people out there want to know and want to try your products.
Well, so you can go to my website, which is Emerald Healing Arts Apothecary. There's a shop section on there, and there's an Amazon link. So we are on Amazon. You can buy everything online through our website. I'm on Etsy. My social media has my products listed with it. Right now, everything's on Amazon and on my website.
And then your physical location, they can come into your store.
Yes, and then I have a store in Lincoln, Nebraska on Prescott. So yes, you can come in, and I do massage in the morning, but I'm there all day. So
a joy having you on.
Thank you.
We will be having you back to get into these specifics of the type of herbs and how they help people with their mental wellness. But you know, we're just glad we met you, and your products are fabulous, and congratulations. Well done.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate the opportunity.
Listen weekly on Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcast, and subscribe, like, and please share with family and friends that can benefit. See you on the journey.